Hey, it's Jorly, and I'm here to talk about another intuitive concept that I call the hoodwink. So what the hoodwink is if you feel, let's say, you're getting all these signs, or even this could be your rational mind. There's all these reasons why you should follow a certain path, maybe take a certain job, move somewhere, what have you, right? And you go down some road, and then months or years later you look back and you're like, that was temporary, right? Or that was, maybe you're saying that was a wrong decision, which so I'll give an example. And then you kind of doubt yourself. You're like, I know I had this pull to do that. Like, why did it all go to hell? Right? Why did it blow up in my face? And it may not blow up in your face, but it's just like, it messes with your mind, and it sometimes messes with your sense of calibration and trusting yourself and trusting your decisions. So one of the first times I noticed this was my very first business was called Sweet Resumes. It was this resume and career consulting business. And, I worked my ass off on that business, and I, did all this branding, and I built a team, and it was lighting me up until at some point it wasn't. And I felt a pull to go in a different direction. And I ended up selling the business to some of the partners. And, it at the time I really was second guessing, because it just felt like I would have not gone down that path. If you would have told me that you're going to run this business for 2 years, with all the work and toil and, all the things that went into making that huge leap into entrepreneurship, if you would have said, yeah, you're going to do that for 2 years, then you're going to do something else, I would have, I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, not worth it. No, thank you. And yet I learned so many things. I learned all these things that I couldn't have learned any other way. And so that's what I call a hoodwink. It's also like it seems like a digression. Or one way I like to visualize it is like, in a Mario Brothers type video game, right? Like, if you go down some like side tunnel, and then you have to go around here, and it's longer, but you're gathering all these coins along the way, even if they in real life don't feel like coins, perhaps. No experience is wasted. No experience is wasted. And sometimes, however you want to think about it, your guides, your inner self, things are leading you in a certain direction that may not be the shortest way, but it's worthwhile in the end. And yeah, so anyway, hoodwinks could be, they can be small, they can be large, they can be relationships, they can be jobs, they can be moves. Like, has anybody ever moved somewhere and then they end up having to move back to where they came, and it was not a wasted experience, and your intuition was not wrong? You just had to learn those lessons along that path, because you're never off the path.